Now, this is interesting, especially for those of you who are those really smart, really talkative parents who like to process things with their kids, those gentle parents, respectful parents, the parents that really love to talk about emotions, who aren't afraid of tough subjects. This is an important research study for you to know about, and I'm going to read what it says. It says that distracting attention away generally decreases the child's distress, whereas parental comforting behaviors intended to decrease distress actually increases distress. Parental statements rather than overt behaviors have the same effect. Reassuring comments or apologies increase distress, whereas directives to focus on something else decrease distress. So what does that mean for those of us who like to talk things to death as parents? And that is me. I became a therapist because I like to process things with people. What does that mean for us when we have an anxious child and we are processing their anxiety with them? It means we're unintentionally making their anxiety worse. Instead, what we need to do is validate it. Their anxiety is real. We believe them. We're not going to talk them out of it. We're not going to dismiss it, but we're going to move them away from it. So when our kid comes home upset from school, upset because someone was unkind, our first instinct is to talk about it. Let's talk about it. But sometimes what we need to do is talk about it and then move on. And when our child comes to us and wants to process it again, we have to remind them they need to move on. That reassurance seeking, coming back to us, asking to process it again, is actually an anxiety reaction. And when we join them in their anxiety, we're making their anxiety worse. Who knew? Well, now we know.